Alright, so a big complaint I got on the last season I did of this is there were no girl heroes, and you guys are right, I skipped out on all the girl heroes. So I went back and I did 2 kits for girl heroes. This is the first one of this season of designing a kit, and today we're talking about Rogue. So Rogue would be a controller, so of course her base stat strengths would focus on applying debuffs/buffs and then resisting them, and their affiliations would be Mutant, Global, and X-Men. So Rogue's passive is Debuff Dispersion. So essentially at the start of Rogue's turn, she can absorb 1 debuff off of an ally, removing it. Now I know this isn't how Rogue works technically. When she touches people, she absorbs it, good or bad. So really she shouldn't be able to absorb it without getting it herself, but that'd be kind of dumb if she absorbed it and it was like at the beginning of a turn. So we're just gonna kind of break the lore for the sake of this skill. So for the sake of this skill, she's absorbing it and it's just disappearing. Rogue's first attack would be Absorbing Punch. She punches an enemy, dealing medium damage, but if they have any buffs, Rogue removes them and gains them as buffs. So this would be kind of her big thing. You know, Rogue works well, it's kind of our thing, absorbing people's powers, but we don't want to absorb powers because that's kind of complicated, so she's pretty much designed to remove buffs and absorb. Come on guys, tell me that's not meant to be with Rogue. If it's a little too strong removing all the buffs and giving them to Rogue, we could do like 1 buff or, you know, 2 buffs, and 1 to 2 buffs absorbed and removed to her, but we already have this kind of thing in other characters' kits, so it's not too crazy. It is on a basic attack, but I think it'd give Rogue a sort of an interesting place in the game with working with removing buffs from enemy teams. Rogue's second skill would be Life Absorb, so Rogue would grab someone by the face, she'd deal medium damage to them, and she'd just suck the life force out of them, and then she'd gain all that back as health. She kind of has that kind of thing in Contest of Champions where she like grabs them and she like absorbs their health, so this would be, I think it'd look cool. I mean, you know, she just like, she flies up to them, removes her glove, and just, and they're like come on guys, that, don't you want to see that? That would look cool. And the Rogue's third skill would be Slowing Drain. So she'd dash forward and attack an enemy, dealing medium damage and absorbing their entire speed bar. So wouldn't this be kind of interesting? So this could give Rogue sort of like, she'd actually attack relatively quickly. This, if you notice, all of her skills deal medium damage. They're not heavy damaging skills, but she massively messes with enemy buffs. You know, I think the whole idea that she can absorb the speed bar would be really cool. It's on an ultimate, so it'd have a long cooldown. I don't think that's too unrealistic, and you're only removing 1 turn from 1 character, so it's not, like, considering you'd have characters like Quake that slow 3 or 4 characters, I'd say that counts as more speed bar lost across the entire team than just absorbing 1 character's speed bar, and Quake has that on a basic attack, so I don't think it's too crazy to have that on Rogue's kit, and I think Rogue could have an interesting place in the meta. But let me know what you think about the kit I designed for Rogue. I enjoy this kit. I think it's fun. I think it fits what Rogue does in Marvel. But at the end of the day, guys, what do I know? I am just a 16-year-old. Signing off, guys.